Wait a minute, you're saying this virus outbreak is a
terrorist attack?
That's right. The attack was codenamed the Eden Project. They call themselves Smite, the sect of maintaining intellect and truth on Earth.
Let us serve thee, Great One, with hands and feet unworthy, until the day when all foes are defeated, all sins are cleansed, all souls are redeemed, and all share thy vision. Crow's Eyes. Buckle up, kiddos, it's gonna be a minute. We're taking a deep dive into the mysterious organization Smite. Smite would be best described as an underground cult. Their religion is called Immanism and is an ideology based on self-sacrifice. And we're not talking about volunteer work here. The believers of Immanism worship the great hive mind Krozoks and pray for the day when all living things are united by absorption into the hive mind. To put it briefly, they see complete unification as the answer to the world's suffering. When all are one, all conflict will cease. So, in an unusual way, Smite is a religion of peace. However, this doesn't mean that they won't resort to violence to achieve their vision of peace. The Immanists have unusual practices that come with their belief system. Though they finally achieved their dream of bringing Krozoks to Earth in the year 2107, they existed for hundreds of years prior to this in anticipation of its arrival. During that time, they merged science with psychic clerics to perform ritualized contact with the hive mind. These rituals allowed believers a brief merging of consciousness with the hive mind, which served to strengthen their religious conviction. However, as you'll soon see, Smite had many ways of strengthening religious conviction, some more aggressive than others. There is a complicated hierarchical structure to Smite, which serves to keep everyone accountable and, my words not theirs, paranoid. Doing dirty work from the fringes, you have the outcast, a category of members who have little authority or control. Sporelings are members who have committed several disgraces against Smite and enter a correctional facility as a result. They essentially become toys for Smite's dark scientists and clerics to experiment with, and often come out the other side fairly insane, but zealously religious. Though many Sporelings become incoherent and sometimes useless, some become so devoted that they skyrocket up the ranks. Monitoring the Sporelings' behavior are the Tartarus and Enforcers, which are clerics or chaplains who have been demoted due to disgrace or error. Tartarus and Enforcers can be especially cruel, as they will do anything to regain their former status. They are often used by clerics to do truly horrible deeds, while the higher-ups keep their hands clean, or cleaner. The lowest rank above the outcast is the Zealot. This is essentially a foot soldier whose faith is questionable, but whose combat ability is not. Their motivation is usually power, pay, or, in the year 2107, a ticket to Eden. Paragons are zealots who have proven high levels of devotion. They share their status with both clerics and the keepers. Clerics are non-combat roles that are highly intelligent and trained in dark spirituality, ritual practice, and a variety of scientific fields. The Keepers are paragons who have passed up the chaplain rank in order to serve Smite with their specialized skills. The chaplains lead cohorts of paragons and zealots. You can think of them as a priest and a military sergeant simultaneously. Each chaplain reports to a prophet, which is the highest rank a member can achieve. They supervise all lower roles and are part of the Council of Prophets, which is responsible for all major decisions. However, there is one whose ranks even higher than a prophet. This is the Founder, also known as the Redeemer. Few members of Smite ever interact with or even see the Redeemer. He will often disappear completely for weeks on end, though even the prophets have learned not to ask about his whereabouts. There are many rumors about the Redeemer. Since he has been around for multiple generations of Immunists, many believe he is immortal. However, some of the less devout members believe that there is no one Redeemer, and that many individuals have claimed the identity of the Redeemer over time as a ruse. It could be prophets who mysteriously disappear and take on the role of Redeemer, or perhaps sporelings who have changed after experimentation and now embody the Redeemer. Not even the prophets know the Redeemer's true identity. The great irony of Smite is that while they preach unification, they are split into many factions with varying beliefs. I suppose this tends to happen after rapid growth and hundreds of years. While these factions usually cooperate with each other, fundamental belief differences can get in the way. One of the most significant cases of this was a conflict between the Mind's Eye and the Great Strand. The Mind's Eye followers believed that Krozox was, in fact, the creator of the universe and was returning to unite its children, and that this was Krozox's plan all along. The Great Strand believers saw Krozox as an advanced alien race that was the product of an inherently meaningless universe, but also as the solution to all the suffering in that universe. This disagreement eventually escalated to the point of several assassinations and fights, and eventually the utter destruction of the Great Strand. Smite is infiltrative by nature, and seeks to gain power in every corner of the globe. Over hundreds of years, Smite members have gained positions of power in national governments and organizations worldwide. In the case of some developing countries, Smite has, on occasion, disguised itself as an alternative terrorist organization or rebel faction and usurped the previous dictator. With this kind of power, they have access to a tremendous amount of resources. Its full history is far too vast to cover in one video, though in my next video I will cover significant members, origins, the Nexus, and a general timeline of Smite. Stay tuned for more lore reviews, and comment below what part of the Twisted Bricks universe I should review next. If you like learning about the lore, I encourage you to join our Discord group, where we talk about and actually develop the lore together. Take care everyone, and see you next time.